In this video, we're gonna see if you can parry a sharp sword with your bare hand without getting cut. We're gonna try it with a rapier, a katana, and a long sword. We're gonna try several different parries. We're gonna try the cross parry, the upper left parry, and the lower left parry. First, we're gonna do it with a glove, then we're gonna do it with our bare hand, and we're gonna try it parrying at more of the tip of the sword, where historically they're usually sharper, and at the bottom of the sword, where they're more historically duller. We're also gonna do flat parries, which should not cut you at all. And then we're gonna finish with trying to parry a cut with the katana with our bare hand. Begin. So we're gonna begin the testing with the long sword. We're gonna start with a historical style glove to see if it would cut through the glove. A lot of times historically, they would use an offhand glove when fighting, and then we will do it without a glove. All right, Brian. Palm up towards the center. Begin. Again. All right, now we're gonna go pretty quick. From here? Yeah, begin. All right, now we're gonna do that upper left parry. Palm up again. Yep. All right, take a step back. Now we're gonna go, you wanna start in front of you? Yep. All right, now quick. All right, now we're gonna go to the bottom. This one, we'll go a little bit slower than that. All right, we'll start slow, begin. All right, now faster. Good. All right, now no glove. All right, so we'll start slow, begin. All right, now we'll go a bit faster. Begin. Yep, so that one will cut. Yep. Not bad. Okay, now we got upper left. All right, nice and slow. Begin. Yeah, I can already tell that one will cut as well. All right, so now we'll do lower. And begin. Yep, that one got me too. All right, so after doing the long sword without a glove, you definitely will get cut. Got my hand a couple times there. If you are parrying on that edge, you're gonna get cut for sure. Without the glove, with the glove, I think you'll be all right. However, on some of the parries, like that downward one, where you can parry on the flat of their sword, without a glove, I think you would still be okay. All right, now we're gonna do the testing with the rapier. We're gonna start with the glove first, and then we will do without the glove. All right. Okay, so go ahead, find your measure. Go ahead and attack. Okay, so about there should be good. Go ahead and throw. That should be good. All right, ready? Begin. Okay, now we'll do that upper left parry. And begin.
Do you want palm down for this?
Yeah, let's do palm down. Okay, now we will do the lower left. Begin. All right, now send it. Good. All right, now we will try without the glove. All right, find our measure. Okay. Again. All right. Now upper left. And palm down. Good. Okay. Now lower left. Find our measure. All right, and send it. Good. All right, so after testing, no cuts from the rapier. So no cuts from the rapier. However, our rapier is a bit duller compared to the other ones. On some of those, I do feel like I would maybe get cut on the tip, especially doing that upper left parry. Ironically, I feel pretty safe doing that lower left parry, especially because I can get it on the flat. On that upper left parry, however, if I get lower and parry up on that flat, or if I deflect kind of cleanly, it doesn't feel like I'll get cut as much. Maybe it's because more surface area versus the katana is more curved and there's a little bit less taper. I do feel pretty good when I get deeper down the sword though, towards here where it's less sharp. But like I said, our rapier isn't the sharpest. So yeah, let's move on to katana. Begin. All right, send it. Okay, now show me a thrust that would be edge on. All right, let's find that measure. Woohoo! All right, let's do that one. I'm ready. All right, send it. All right, upper left.
Okay.
Just a palm up thrust.
So this one's going to be.
All right, yep. Good, lower left. Send it. All right, nice and quick. Up, 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 up. Good. All right, let's go slow. Boom. Again. Again. All right, speed it up. Yep. That one did
Catch
cut.
it?
Yeah, cut a little bit. Not too bad.
Got kissed a little. You did get kissed.
All right, again.
Really pretty good. Keep going.
Yep. Slow first. Good. Take a slight step back. Okay, again. And we'll slowly speed it up. All right, now we'll get ready to send it. Okay, now we're gonna do this upper parry. So we'll go slow, go ahead, take a step back. All right, and begin. Boom. Again. Again. All right, we'll go faster, ready? Now take a step back. All right, begin. Quicker, 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 quicker. All right, now the lower left. This is the sketchy one.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go here. Okay. Slow. Send it. Send it. Now we have to do blade side, but we'll go slow. So, all right, begin.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Again. Yeah, that one will cut. So we know, so now we know with the katana, definitely blade side will cut if we parry. I just sliced my finger a little bit. All right, so next up is gonna be the scariest one. We're gonna see if I can stop a descending cut with a katana with my bare hand without getting cut. All right, let's begin. Come on. Begin. Just kidding, I'm not doing that. You're gonna get your hand chopped off. All right, so the katana was an interesting one because a lot of the katana thrusts aren't fully necessary blade on without that roll. So without the blade on, I definitely feel really comfortable getting those cross parries and a lot of the parries because they are gonna be on the flat. However, with the katana, when it is blade on and you get that parry, it's such a small surface area that your hand is hitting where without a glove, definitely will cut. With the glove though, I still feel pretty safe, but it definitely felt the sketchiest out of all of them, even with the glove when they do get that edge on, especially because when I'm parrying, if I'm parrying like this or I'm trying to absorb with it, especially when I was getting on the tip, I'm getting such a small surface area and I'm kind of gliding down that blade. That one is a little sketchy. All right, so let's take a look at the end damage that I took. Most of the blood's gone. They're really shallow cuts, so they're really not bad. So I got one cut here, one here, and then on the thumb. But like I said, we are going really controlled, so in an actual fight, you could definitely get a decent hand cut. You know, it could maybe be disabling to the hand if they got you really good. However, if you're fighting for your life, I feel like that's not too bad. In knife fights, you usually get cut and stuff, and you're usually pretty fine there too. However, it was interesting to see the difference between the katana, the rapier, and the longsword. Definitely that more taper made it sketchier and the curve on the katana. With the rapier, I felt pretty comfortable being able to get the flat, and with the katana, I felt really comfortable being able to get the flat since less thrusts are edge on. Definitely with the longsword would probably be pretty sketchy without any gloves, just because the way that you're gonna thrust. However, I do feel if you were to get the flat on any of them, it's really not that bad. And I definitely think in the end, if you had a glove, you would be pretty dang good and fine to parry with that offhand. So all in all, in the end, I think that I would definitely parry with the offhand with a glove. Without a glove, I would do it if I needed to. Now, to answer one of the people that had commented on the videos that had said that in HEMA tournaments, if you parry with your offhand, it should count as a point against you. I feel like if it's against longsword and katana, and you parry on that blade side, I think it could maybe be fair for that to count as a point against you, but it is considered that we have a historical glove on when we're fencing. So that does change things a little bit. Depends on whether or not in the tournament you are emulating if you did or didn't have gloves. With the rapier though, I don't think that it should count as a point against you, but I could see an argument for it either way. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you like this content, please subscribe.